Well then.
That forearm, Jesus Christ.
Because of the shadow. It looks like you got a broken wrist. Oh no, his hand's broken! Oh no, it looks broken! It looks like it's all broken! Oh no!
Wait, I can't. How was it like?
About.
I can't.
You had it before, it looked like it was snapped, like it's something's wrong with your wrist.
Wait, so.
It was because of the shadow.
Like that.
Yeah, like that. I don't know, it looks like it's snapped.
That was how my forearm was. Like.
Just the sitting with the shadow.
Know. Like, oh, there. What the fuck is with that?
Oh, that's nightmares.
It's like,
Well, unfortunately, unfortunately, if you're listening, you get nothing right now. You don't know what's going on. So basically, I don't know why I'm grabbing the mic. I don't need to grab the mic. I was getting into it last night singing. So for those that are trying to we'll try to explain it to those that are listening. Jim's got his arm against his mic, and how it's lent. There's like a shadow casting with the tone of his arm, and it basically looks like his wrist in arm is just completely mangled, like he's been run over. So, and if you want to see it, I might actually take a still of that scene if I can, put up on the Instagram. Yeah, I might put up on the Instagram.
Look at that weird colour there. Fuck.
Yeah, do you scratch it, bruise it?
No, there's nothing there.
But
There's nothing there. I don't know.
But anyway, with that out of the way, I'll bring it through. As we've already got it going. What's up, beardies and beardettes? Listening to a yeah, you are listening and you are seeing. God, my brain just had a brain fart.
It was like,
Huh?
you are listening.
Well, slap it out of the way. Let's go again. What's up, beardies and beardettes? You're listening to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. Woo-hoo! Oh, what another week. I mean, it's been a pretty quiet week this week, but hey, we are still here as always.
We're always here.
We're always here. And,
I've got that one, I don't need it.
there's basically, there's nothing. Like, I mean, there are a few things. There's a few things I've been seeing, just,
I know
but
little
things.
Remember, but that's about it.
Little things. I'll just drop it off because I was looking at some notes before I started, because I was writing down some stuff. I've got a couple of notes I want to talk about. But a quick little thing that popped up, and I thought, oh, this is a little interesting for those that are out there. It's primarily, by the looks of some of these titles, it's primarily PlayStation based. The sales are apparently, but it looks like Target is having a bit of a sale at the moment. They're having a bit of a clear out. So it looks primarily PlayStation. So the typical hits are down to like $9. So you God of War, your Horizon, Uncharted, stuff like that. They're all $9. What else? You've got like Ghost Recon Breakpoint's going for 14 again. Like that's pretty cheap. You've got a few things going.
Breakpoint for 14.
Yeah, Infamous Second Son's $9. You've got
That's cheap, bro. That's cheap.
Harvest Moon One World 29. The FIFA 21 plus DualShock bundle's going for 80. It's a clearance item.
80.
Yeah, $80. Yeah.
They said DualSense for a second.
No DualShock. Death Stranding's going for 29. We got Valhalla going for 49. Miles Morales for 64. Just Dance 2021 39.
Weird how they have them sales. Like,
yeah, everyone's got stuff going on. These are some good ones. These are good because these are like why I say it's more close to PlayStation. Because they've got the PS4/PS5, the PS5 saying here that Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, is going for $20.
Wait, what?
Yeah, on PS4, PS5, $20 for Crash Bandicoot 4. And
that's worth a pickup.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 for $15.
Is that the PS4, Xbox One, is it?
No PS4. It only says PS4, PS5. Doesn't say anything about Xbox.
That's salty.
So yeah. So and Spyro Trilogy is going for $5. And yeah, $5. Yeah. Spyro Trilogy, 3 games for $5.
I haven't got it for PlayStation.
Yeah, so they're all there. That's specifically a clearance item. But you should be able to find it online on the website. Apparently, looking through this article here, I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So anyone that's interested in some games,
That's the only thing.
Target.
Nintendo is having one as well.
Yeah, are they? Yeah, I did hear something, but I wasn't too sure.
Switches are on sale for $350.
That's all right. Yeah, we had a few on. which is not too bad.
But the weird part is, Nintendo games never go on sale.
No,
And yet,
their main games will
the
go
Sega
down.
Golf game is down to 64.
Yeah, that's why I say typical. That's mostly because it's normally 69, so it's down by $5, and that's the only thing that really ever happens. It goes down by
Yeah.
$5. Do you know one that ever really goes down because it's not really Nintendo Direct? It's the Ubisoft, which was the Rabbids, which I picked
The
up.
golf one.
No, that was from the Ubisoft
Oh.
Mario Rabbids. So I actually picked that up because it was $29. I picked that up for myself for my Switch. So I was like, might as well, since there's a second one coming out. If there's a second one, that means the first one was at least pretty decent. So I was like, might as well get it and play it and see what it's like. If I'm gonna maybe play the second one, who knows? So I thought I'd grab that.
I found out something.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was this for? Oh, I just had it in my head. You know when you have something,
Yeah.
then you gotta say it, then you lose it.
You forget about it. Oh no.
I forgot what it was.
You forgot what it was.
There was something. I forgot what it was.
You don't know. He's forgotten.
Nothing.
Well, that's the sale things I've got. I was like, you sent it to me earlier. You sent it to me earlier, which I thought was funny. I'll bring it up.
What did I send?
Was it yesterday? Or was it today? You talking to me about the Loki thing? No, it was this morning. You sent it to me, where Disney
morning,
Disney
yeah.
going down because of Loki and all that stuff, and 160. I can understand like people there again. I've been noticing popping up.
They're just salty.
People are getting triggered again and blaming it on Disney. And the funny thing is, though, it's not Disney. Technically, it's not Disney because in the latest episode, it's a subtle little nod. It's a subtle little reference that Loki drops in the conversation. He goes, I'm gender fluid. And when it's just people have been popping up being all triggered by it. It's like, oh no, why is it gender fluid? It's like, do people not know Norse mythology? And understand the like Loki himself? Like, he's a shapeshifter. Like, if you're a shapeshifter, you're gonna at least turn into a female. The whole sense of being a shapeshifter is gender fluidity. Like, and people are getting all triggered by, oh, why is Disney making Loki a PC character and all this stuff? Like, he's not. He's always been the way he's been. Like, he's not changed. He's been that from the get go. Like. And then a lot of people are plugging the story as if you've for one of the best things from Norse mythology. I think it was actually Norse mythology. I don't know if they've used it in the comics. I think they wouldn't have because it's a bit out there. But I don't know if you ever heard where there was the time Loki turned himself into a horse to have sex with a male horse so he could reproduce his child. Like this horse. Out of spite or something. I can't remember. It's a weird fucking thing, but it's just hilarious. Like, it's just typical Loki. It's just typical Loki. He's a fucking troll. Like, that's the essence. Like, he'll fuck you over. He'll bait you in. Like, he'll pretend to be female. He'll coerce you in, and the last second he'll be like, "Ha ha! I'm a guy. Suck shit," and then run off with like a bunch of your candy. Like, it's Loki. Like, I don't know. Like, it's Loki. Like, it doesn't matter where, who or what's using him. And like, he's mischief. He's the god of mischief. Like, that's the key point. God of mischief. Cause, chaos, trolling.
Mischief.
It's just funny.
I'm say something else.
But I've noticed though, it's not just that. There's that controversy coming out too because there's a lot of stuff going on with the so-called female Loki that they've been promoting, or everyone is speculated to be a female Loki and stuff since the beginning. Slight spoiler, that's not really a spoiler. They had already mentioned her name. Even if you look at the cast listing, you know her name. And if you Google that name, Sylvia or whatever, it's Sylvia, I think it is.
Sylvia.
If you search her name up through MCU in general, like comic, not even MCU, like the movies, like the comic books, you'll find the name is attached with the Enchantress. So it's not really much of a spoiler. It's already there from the get-go.
People not paying attention. And
basically, and people going, "Oh, it's female Loki. Why did they have to do female Loki?" It's like, well, that's the kind of plot twist to the whole thing. The whole show is going with that sense that Loki assumes it's a female Loki. That's exactly it, and they're going to find out that she's not actually the Loki, like Loki. It's the Enchantress. Like, we're getting to that reveal down the track. It's going to happen. It's just comic book knowledge, and people are again forgetting comic books and just assuming Disney's doing all these tactics to try and make it all PC and all this kind of folding for like LGBT and all that kind of stuff. It's not. It's in the comics.
That are following the comics for pretty much everything.
Exactly, and that's the problem. People are just getting triggered by it.
Like, have their own story for
Yeah.
comics and movies.
I
follow my comics, but
Yeah, I think they might be doing that though. I think where they're going to is they're kind of making this the new twist. So it could be the sense where, because it's still going on, it could be the sense that it could be a female Loki, but she's going to be referred to as the Enchantress, because in the comic books it was a kind of like a slave Loki had captured, and he converted her into these and converted her to a slave, like, or whatever it was, and she became the Enchantress with these abilities.
Yeah.
Like there's this whole, depending on which, and there's, it depends on which universe you go from as well, of what Loki did to each different person, because there is the Enchantress. That's the Enchantress, and then there's this version of the Enchantress in the comic books, which is the Second Coming. Like Loki forged himself, and not one that was already existing. There's this whole arc to it, and there's many things they could do themselves. And we've already seen what they've done before with the MCU, where we had Hela, which is technically Loki's daughter in the comic books, and they made her basically Thor and Loki's sister. Like
Hela.
Yeah,
Hela?
Hela, yeah. Hela. It's all pronounced, depends on. Eric, because each character
The movie
kind
is Hela, I think.
of,
Hela.
yeah.
Hela?
Either way, but either way, it's like that's kind of the funny thing, because it makes sense because she looks like Loki, but then you got look at, like, they made people make jokes where it's like, you look at Loki, you look at Hela, and then you look at Thor. It's like, who's really the adopted one? Sometimes when there's like, you seen the joke, it's like, are you sure like Thor's not really the adopted one? Like, or or did someone do something stupid? Because it just seems a bit odd. Like Loki and Hela make sense if they were related to the degree, but yet Thor's completely different. So it's kind of funny how Ragnarok kind of debunked that a little bit, and it made different memes. But it does work at the same time, and they are making certain tweaks, so they could be doing that as well with what's going on with Loki.
To fit the movies, not necessarily a new thing, but they're just tweaking a small.
Because they wanted to avoid, because there's a thing too, like in the comics and stuff like that, Loki has a lot of children, and they wanted to, and in the Norse mythology, there's like, he has his children as well, and I think they wanted to avoid a lot of that, not go too deep into it, because then you get too intricate,
Right.
so they're trying to avoid it.
Just doing their own thing.
So I think that's how they're going with, Hela being the sister, and then
Iron Man
the
and
Enchantress being different.
They weren't following the comics, I don't think, were they?
What's that one?
The Iron Man and movies. Were they following comics or?
They're similar but different. I mean, they're very similar characters, like Tony Stark. Tony Stark was very different in the comics than like, if you remember the '90s cartoon series. Like, they were very adamant that Iron Man was the bodyguard and Tony Stark was the scientist for a very long time, for a very, 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 very long time. And it irks me. And then you see the movies, which is straight into it. Like,
for both.
They straight up like, and he like. Tony Stark announced that he was Iron Man. Like, we saw that. It's like, like, you can't avoid that. So, like, they went a different route.
Is Tony Stark anyway.
Yeah,
like
but he was very adamant.
Alter ego, it's just him.
In the comics for a very long time, though, like, the even the superheroes and the public didn't know who he was. Like it's
Batman.
Yeah, it's kind of that sense where his identity was very kept, and that's why there's always those parallels always came up between Iron Man and Batman. But if you go from like MCU's Iron Man and like just anyone to Batman,
he's out there as Iron Man. Like,
yeah, like he's not like, he's completely different to Bruce Wayne because he keeps his identity covered. Like, he wants to keep it a secret.
I mean, to a point.
So yeah,
he lets certain people know who he is, like he's Batman and that.
So yeah,
only certain people.
So I mean, I think now though, in general with Disney, I think in general, especially being a platform that is a paid service, you're going to see reflected audiences' opinions now, which we've already seen in the past with how they react to things.
Everything.
So we know now, like, they can get the numbers by what's being watched and how often their subscription is on, or if they decide to go, hey, I'm cancelling my subscription. So they kind of like, you can see statistics now, they can actually track it, which is kind of interesting as well.
We always known Disney's gone up and then down.
But you can actually see it now with these numbers, which is great.
It's gone way down now compared to what it was. But that's because it's Disney. Like, it's more kids. It's more towards them.
But,
it's not us, really.
Yeah. It has always been for kids, primarily.
Plus, Black Widow, apparently that's shit.
Yeah. That's coming out more.
Coming in theatres as well now.
July.
9th?
9th of July, yeah.
It's going to movies and Disney Plus Premium or Prime, what the fuck that is.
Yeah, you can pay for that.
One, like,
I'll go watch it in the theatres. I'm going to go see it in theatres at least.
That's the best way to do it. You don't watch it at home. If there's a choice...
They never have...
Streaming or theatres, you go fucking
yeah.
theatres.
Yeah, because it's never the same experience from home, so...
Because when I watched Suicide Squad, I watched it in 3D at the cinemas, and fucking hell.
Oh, I saw that new trailer, and I'm really keen. It's gotten more to it now. It's like,
It's out in August, man.
So keen.
I'm gonna make a trip, a couple of hours to go watch it at the cinemas.
Yep. Yep.
I'm so gonna
Well,
do
we might do a if it's in line and we both see it in time, we'll maybe have a spoiler cast, maybe a
an
special
opinion.
or maybe a spoiler cast, maybe non-spoiler cast, maybe a spoiler cast specific. It'll be a separate video. I think we'll do a separate video that we can
I
denote that it's.
remember what happens because I'll be too in the moment. I'll come out and go, "Fuck, that was good," but what happened again?
Yeah, sometimes it's just too much of that wow factor. You're like, oh my god, and then you're like, wait, what? You're like absorbed in it, and you're so amazed by it that you kind of get that blank, like that little like Men in Black.
You'll remember it later,
Mm.
but not like in the next few days. It's just like, I remember that. Oh yeah, and like.
But no, it's not cool.
It's gonna be James Gunn, man. It's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
so good.
it's gonna be so good. But yeah, no. So here's an article before we talked about the podcast. I wanted to bring up. Is this headline which I'm kind of like skeptical about, and it's like people are just like pulling at straws again, and I'm like, if you really look into statistics, it's why it makes sense. It's just kind of funny, but it's like, I just had to click on it because I was like, nah, I want to delve into this because as us being in gaming as streamers, we know how things work, we know how things are, we have that right, we have that balanced opinion from our own because, like, I stream and I struggle the fuck out of it. You stream, you struggle, but you're kind of there at the same time. Like you do okay for what you know what I mean. Like you're in that weird void. Yeah. You're not doing amazing. Like we're not doing super amazing, but we're not. You know, we're in that. Well, there's that balance where I'm down low still, but you got that little crisp. Yeah.
Like
it's in that.
We're above average. How's that?
Well, in that nice spot. Well, yeah. It's just we're not that low, too low. Like I mean,
the average Tory area. We're not there. Like Jesus.
Yeah. So this headline was, women make up half of Australia's online gaming community but still struggle to be seen. The whole thing starts going on, I guess, the Australian side of things.
To be seen?
This is what I'm getting at. So there you can understand why I clicked on this after I read that headline. So
they struggle?
If you look at Twitch, because it goes into Twitch and streaming, so there's a lot of things that like kind of makes me laugh, and it's kind of like, duh, there's a reason why a lot of this, they're not being like how it works, and it's going to start relating to a lot of the hot tub streamers and things we've had to deal with before. People are going to start listening, they're going to get an understanding where this is going. So it's based on Twitch streamers. So for one, the Australian market for Twitch streamers is very hard market. A very hard market as an Aussie. Even like any kind of Aussie, like YouTube, so streaming, like it's hard for us to get out there. Our podcast does alright, but it's hard to really get it out there. We've been doing for like...
because we're everywhere though, like we're on every...
And it's good we're on every platform, but we try and push ourselves out there. But we haven't got that massive outreach that most people can get, especially in the US where people seem to just pop. But I mean, some people do, some people don't. Like you gotta see how it goes, and it's one of those things. But for us being streamers, this is related to streaming, and it's just like, okay, yeah, 50% of men game, 50% of women. Like the whole gaming is 50 men, 50. Okay, that's not a smell. Like that's gonna happen. That's in this day and age. It's gonna be that way. They're gonna be on Twitch. Clearly, that's kind of struggling to be seen. Clearly, that's BS because we stream on Twitch. We aren't being like we get our kind of audience, but we're technically not exactly seen as well. Like we get like we're low. We're like that low 40. We're not like high numbers still. Like you look at your follow count and how many viewers you get. Like when like it's even though you like work out I even say like sometimes we're still good if you work out the ratio of higher number streamers where they have higher follow counts and then it kind of balances out. They're kind of like where we are.
But watching that kind of thing.
Yeah, but like even then, like there's a lot of us that stream that I know that are male streamers that struggle to fucking buggery compared to a lot of the female streamers that we know. Like, there's a lot of female streamers that we know, that do a lot more regular basis better than what we do. We've even had one of our, like, kind of our friends do a statistic, and she got, like affiliate within, like, a couple of days. And where we had to it took us a grind to get to affiliate. Like, and it's apparently women don't be seen, like, yeah, like...
Actually, it took me roughly years, really, because I joined Twitch in 2014.
That's exactly it, and it has booming. And a lot of us has, again, a lot of this funny now how this article is based around what we know of as is COVID kind of thing too, where everyone started getting into that platform as well. Where we We were in the platform before COVID even happened. We were streamers before COVID. COVID has helped boost us a bit more, but we did Mixer. We did Mixer and stuff like that. I did Twitch and Mixer and jump between the platforms, and I did that way before COVID happened.
Since 2019, I haven't been streaming long.
We haven't streamed long. See, I've been streaming for a lot longer before COVID happened.
For 2 years, nearly.
And
about 2 years.
It's been a struggle. Like, it'd have been a long struggle to get there. And it's like, and now it's like a lot of this is people talking about getting it now, 2020. Yeah, okay, now it's going to be hard again because it's now a flooded market. Especially when 2020 happened. Yeah. So many people jumped into streaming. So you've got a red flag there. That's a flooded market. What do you think's going to happen? When we're, not just Australia, but you got the rest of the world jumping onto Twitch as well. Everyone in the world wants to be a streamer. Like, you got the whole country plus, like I said, all the other countries. That's going to be a hard market for Australians alone. When you've got everyone else pushing.
For us to get seen, we have to stream pretty much between 2 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Yep, to really make it, because you need those, technically need overseas numbers. You need those overseas numbers. So we
can't afford that because we've got day stuff to do.
Yep, and there's red flags.
Overnight and then.
No. And that's what I mean, and that's why I find this is funny, because those are red flags. Those are red flags already. Australia, bad broad reach. Like, we've got horrible reach. Time zones is a fucking killer because you need those time zones, and like we had to
try and get it in between. But
then we got to compete with the rest of the world now, and it's like, and this is kind of irking me a little bit here. The most common image associated. This is, I guess, the image with gamers, but not streamers. This is irking me the most. Gamers. Okay, so this is the article that they wrote, but they've really got it wrong. The most common image associated with gamers who live stream their activity online is a teenage boy or young male gamer broadcasting live from. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not teenage boys or young male gamers. It's grown adults. You'll find more adults stream more than kids do. Kids do stream. I'm not saying kids don't stream.
A lot of kids do stream, but
in Australia, it's more grown adults.
American.
It's more grown adults. This is the broken part, especially alone if you're going from Australia, and that's again, like, they don't barely even stream properly, like actual proper stream, entertain, like do content, like.
Oh, they do, but it's not.
And it's just like, but then that's kind of broken. Like, okay, you do get a lot of males, but then there are females. But then again, if you're looking at Twitch at females or what they do, this is where the OnlyFans comes in, or the ASMR or the hot tub streams. They started with gaming, and they've converted. So therefore, when they were categorized as being, oh, we're female gamers, oh, they're not really seen anymore on Twitch. Okay, yeah, because they started in that category, they've seen what worked, left gaming as a category, and moved to a new system. Hot tub, ASMR, just chatting. Therefore, they're not seen as gaming, but then they're getting seen as other stuff, and they're growing, and they've got OnlyFans, and they're promoting their OnlyFans. So if that makes sense, why there's not many female gamer streamers is because they've moved from the platform that didn't work for them and moved to a platform that does work for them. It makes sense. Like, we complain about it every now and then, and it shouldn't be on the Twitch platform. Any other platform's fine.
Those thirst trap streamers, the ear lickers and pretty much all in there. Just say up here's where the cam is. They've got a little thing here that says their link tree.
Yep.
You go click their link tree.
OnlyFans.
Their OnlyFans in
wish
there,
lists.
Their Twitter, their Instagram, the wish lists. And this is where they get you. They're not playing games. They're here to put you over to their link tree. And then all their websites.
And I will say this right now. I'll say this right now because I sent you the Snapchat. I don't know if you got the reference. I was being a little smart ass about it because I'm going to call it right now.
Some guys do it as well, though. So
oh yeah.
It's not just women.
But I went to the channel because this is after their ban. I'm going to say their names now because we all know what's going on with Indie Fox and Amaranth. I'm calling it out now. I'm calling it now. So they had their ban the other weekend. And they were like, okay, sweet. We're going to have a weekend off. That's perfectly fine. And perfectly for the weekend. They came back swinging after the ban. Not much else has changed with their content. It's exactly the same. Nothing's changed. But then I went to Indie Fox. And that's why I sent you the Snapchat. Because I was trying to recreate what I saw from Indie Fox. And she herself, she was playing that whole cutesy baby, oh, I'm so dumb, I'm so innocent. Like, and that's how it works. They swindle people in with that kind of attitude. Act kind of like, oh, I'm so dumb. Oh no, I've dropped this. Oh no, I bet. They play that, And it works. It makes sense. Like, it's understandable. Like, nah, shit. Oh, no, you happen to sit down my... oh, no, they're clear. Nah, shit. They fucking know what they're doing. We know this. That's what they're doing. Okay. But even herself...
You can't really do anything about it because it's not crossing the term of service.
No. But the thing is, though...
That's what's keeping them in it. They're not crossing that very thin line yet.
But she basically told her recipe of what she's doing. She said, we've got the counter up in the corner, time up there. Yeah. When that time got to 0, she would rotate to a different service. What she was doing is sub, gain more time to the clock. If you subbed, you'd get more time of what she was doing. So if there was ASMR...
people into... making them sub or donate just to keep you on.
So basically, she was going for the sub direction. So if she wanted to do, but it was she was doing per category. So she would do ASMR until the clock hit 0. So if they subbed, it would extend the clock for ASMR. If that hit 0, then she was going to do a hot tub stream. So she would do that until the clock hit 0. Then she was going to do a guitar stream because she apparently plays guitar. She's going to do that until that hit 0. Like, and then someone in the chat goes, oh, "What about gaming?" And she goes, I could do that, but it's pointless because it's too flooded and no one... But the worst problem was, she goes, it's 1, it's too flooded, and 2, apparently, no one watches gaming.
I wouldn't say that.
That's what I was like, wow, and this is coming from someone that streams on Twitch.
Me all these every single fucking day.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, yeah, okay, gaming is flooded on Twitch, but what was the primary premise of Twitch? Streaming video games.
Not necessarily.
But it was... streaming video games.
Or streaming overall, like vlogs and that, not what they're doing, but...
No, but primarily what Twitch was being used for was streaming video games. There were live streams and stuff, but you look at back where most of it started, it was streaming video games. Like, that's...
It was games and just chatting.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. The majority of, like... oh, there's heaps of stuff.
Which is fine, but if you're pushing your OnlyFans and that, do it somewhere else.
Yeah, but like I said, majority...
It gives us a bad name because... people go on there expecting other people to do the hot tub stuff. Like, even in my stream, I've got to actually do hot tub. I don't do that.
It's more of a joke now. It becomes kind of a joke. Like, I'm going to do it out of laughs because I want to have fun. So there'll be times I'll do stuff that's going to work and slide with that. But it's...
I mean, I did say I'd rocksmith hot tub. That could be good, though.
But it's the sense that primarily that platform was used... for gaming stream, like it was. I remember back in the day, it was like people doing live, like IRL streams and gaming streams. Well, Just Chatting was more of the IRL stuff. Like that's where it started, because people would be at IRL doing live. Then it converted to Just Chatting. Like I remember watching Twitch. Like I said, I watched Twitch back in the day, and I knew how it worked. And I said
2014, and it was fine there. Like none of this.
Like I said, primarily it was gaming. It's like Patreon. Patreon was primarily to support. Now we see what Patreon's kind of become. It's kind of became that thing which then left now OnlyFans.
It's OnlyFans that they've really screwed over.
Well, OnlyFans has now become specifically like that, and they're fine for it.
Because OnlyFans used to be like Patreon, like it's another...
But Patreon stuck to their guns, see?
Follow me on OnlyFans.
Well, that was the thing, because Patreon stuck to their guns. They were starting to take out the nude side of things, because they were trying to stand by that.
That's why they got OnlyFans, so...
Well, that's why OnlyFans took off, because Patreon got too... which was understandable. Their service for Patreon wanted to be you're supporting creators, not selling your nude wares, like that was the point.
Yeah, because they're still like that. Because Patreon's they're still clothed, so that's still good for them.
Yeah, so they still do stuff, but Patreon stuck to their guns, what they stood for, and like it's for artists, proper art side of things, not just selling porn, basically.
There's other websites for that.
Well, that's why OnlyFans is like specifically working for them because they're fine for it.
The ones I don't even.
There's a few others, but OnlyFans taken off in Patreon, yeah. So that's where it came from Patreon, because it made people struggle. They had to go somewhere else. Of course, they went for OnlyFans. But like Twitch is kind of like almost, but the Twitch is in that weird spot as well. They're trying to stick their guns, but of course they still try to make the sales because they have that stuff. People will spend money.
Remember YouTube, 3 strikes and you're out. These people have been banned multiple times.
It's because it's
a few days later.
It's because they give it a little ban period. It's just giving a cool down period, make people happy, but it's making Twitch money. That's the thing, because you're paying those money. Look how much you get a subscription every time they get subscribed.
That can go to better people though.
It could go to better people, but the problem is Twitch isn't sticking to their moral ethics. Basically, I feel. And, I mean, as a business, I can understand. You're primarily there to make money. That's the point of a business. That's what people forget with a lot of things.
You got to have integrity. And
that's what I mean. There's integrity and stuff. But at this point, they're getting to a weird area where they're kind of not really worrying about their integrity anymore because their pockets are
They
too.
permanently banned the wrong people who do fuck all.
And that's exactly it. There's a lot of that.
They've got, like they said, Indie Foxnet, who've done this multiple times. Oh, I've just flashed people. Oh, whoopsie, accident. I'm back.
I'm wearing my TikTok. Yeah, and it is ridiculous. So.
You just said TikTok pants, wasn't you?
Yeah, TikTok pants.
TikTok pants.
There's many times this has happened, and that's what like a lot of things like that's like the Hellfire coming out with the there was like recently as well the Sydney convention. There was like a guy selling unnecessary wares of Nazi paraphernalia and stuff like that.
Oh, that reminds me. You know how graphics cards have fans?
Yeah.
Did you see the new? It was an AMD one. It had like a Nazi symbol flying around the middle. It was their emblem, the RX.
Oh God.
I was like, no way.
That's gonna cause so many.
Spinning. It was doing the Nazi symbol going around circles on all three fans.
Oh God, it's gonna cause fire. But yeah, so this dude got kicked out.
Not really on purpose, but
no, it's by accident. That's just how it looks when it spins. Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, no. So this dude got kicked out.
Later.
Yeah. So no, this dude got kicked out of the convention and moved on to sell his wares somewhere else. But like, people going all crazy and people going like, oh, it's like cosplay, but like, oh, so it's meant to be a safe place for people to cosplay and stuff. Again, conventions are primarily for business to make money. Money. You come, you spend money to get in. There's stalls, you spend more money. Not for you to be like, oh, I'm just going to go for free and hang out and cosplay. Like, hey, that's fun. I've done it myself. But people forget.
You've also to interact to well, whoever's there.
Consumer. You're a consumer. You're a customer. Yeah. You're meant to be a customer to spend money. Like that's what these things are for.
There and sell your own self to other people who are there. Like.
And that's people forget a lot of times too. Like because people got very I guess people got a bit PC, being like it's meant to be a safe space. I come here to cosplay. Like I get that a little bit. Like, you want to go somewhere where you can be you, but I'm legit at the shops, and there's a dude dressed up in a gorilla suit promoting laser hair removal, and there's a dude wearing an Assassin's Creed outfit just casually walking around into the shops with his son. Like, cosplay's being more acceptable. People dress up, like, we dress up for events for, like, toy sales and stuff, like, and promo charity events. Like, it happens, it's more common. Like
it's way more common now.
Like people being like 5 or 6 like I've seen people dressed up actually in their outfits as their personas with horns and stuff coming out to the shops. Like it's like people still give a bit stares, but people are getting more acceptable and comfortable with it. So I don't know why conventions apparently they're safe space. Like oh, it's just I'm kind of getting tired of these safe spaces. Realistically, a safe space is at your own home. Realistically, if you want a safe space, well, every space is, you know. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the term.
When you go to a supermarket, that's pretty much you're meant to be safe there.
Yeah, you're meant to be safe either way. But you know, it's just
It's common courtesy to if your outfit's gonna piss someone off, don't wear it.
Exactly. It's just general common courtesy, but it's just kind of annoying. Like it's reverse trigger, like that people just act like that. It's just like
I'm gonna piss someone off,
pissing people off. But you know what I mean? It's just like it's people just don't have the thing, and they just think, oh, I'm here to be safe. Oh, it's like you're there to spend money.
If their costume's it's not hurting you. Why do you care?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just
someone walks by in a Buzz Lightyear outfit. I wouldn't give a shit.
No, I've seen plenty of people like, oh, what are they wearing? Like that was like me when I was wearing my Thor costume, running around in my Thor. I was like,
in a Buzz Lightyear, I'll probably go up and shake their hand and say,
like, hey, it's Buzzy! Can I get a photo or something like that? You know?
Or Jack.
Yeah.
He's playing Fortnite.
I don't know what he's doing, walking around, but no, like it's like we're progressing more and more. Like people can do stuff more and more. People already are wearing whatever the fuck they want to wear. Like I don't.
Fine with as long as it's within reason. Like
that's exactly it. But I just people aren't understanding that things are there for a reason. People are forgetting that they're not there to service you. They're there to service you. They're technically to service themselves by you coming. Like by you coming, but by you being there. Let me rephrase that. By you being there.
It was appropriate, but still so bad.
But yeah, I know. I was like, oh god. But people forget businesses are businesses. Money needs to be made. Money needs to be spent. Money needs to be in hand and flow. And people keep thinking, oh, it's just that's why we have these events.
If they're also spending, who really cares?
But the thing is, if people aren't coming to these events and not spending the money, then they're not going to be these events. Like, that's the problem.
But you can't spend.
Well, well, why are you going in the first place? Realistically, I know.
What if you got a ticket and you're there? Like, you got no money to spend. Like, you can still be there.
I don't. Well, that's why I stopped going, because if I've got no money to spend at the event, why am I going?
No, if you got a thing there, like you got a ticket there, you can still go. Like,
it's
just don't try and hustle yourself at a convention or anything.
Yeah, a lot of people tried doing that.
Don't try and go there and sell your stuff there, because that's just you deserve to be kicked out.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna be a douche.
That stuff.
Well, that's it. He paid for the whole stall and everything, and it's just grotty. No, he actually hired. The problem was there was no screening, so he just paid for his booth and stuff. There was no real screen check of merchandise, and he set up his stall. Started setting up merchant, and other merchants were like, "Hey, wait, is this like Nazi paraphernalia? Like, is this like offensive wares and stuff like that?" And it was just very vulgar, unnecessary, like anti. It was a very anti-LGBTQ like content as well. It's very, very anti-LGBTQ.
If someone wants to sell stuff there, why do you not check what they're going to sell?
Well, that's exactly it. So.
You could have sold weed for hours before you.
Right? They could have been selling weed to minors. Exactly. You wouldn't even know if there was no screening process. I could buy my nose.
They could have had meth there. Could have had anything that they just could have been handing.
They could have been selling actual guns.
Yeah, could have had weapons. Could have had knives. Could have fucking anything. Knives, drugs.
Like, anything could happen.
Could have had fucking strippers there. Who knows?
Like, yeah.
It does like, oh.
But yeah, so that's a... But I got segued because I wanted to come back to the story because it was other stuff that made me laugh in this thing, unfortunately. So one of the... This is funny, coming back to that the whole streaming male and female thing. One of these people apparently that's finding it hard to stream, which is a bit like... It's kind of funny, but I do feel sorry for you, but it's kind of understandable that it's in the reality the face of this is kind of funny. The reality is that the face of Australian gamers looks and sounds more like Haughty Chicken, a 50-year-old streamer from Melbourne. It's a 50-year-old woman, and that's what the article is kind of like. I guess they talk most is like, you're a 58-year-old woman. You're not offering what You're not offering primarily what most people are there to watch, which is majority of the time now what you see on Twitch is tits out women. Like, that's basically what most people are clicking on these days for Twitch.
People are expecting now, like.
And that's like we've seen like, and this is the funny thing too. We've said it many times that it's a great time that they got banned and stuff. But there's other people that now actually that are other women that have come out and been like, hey, hurrah, like this is what should be happening, that this is, they should be banned, they need to be accountable for. It's not just men, and it's not being like, oh, it's just men saying these things. Like, no, there are women too, because they're finding unfair, because they're being generally wanting to cover up, they want to actually share their personality, not their physicality. Like, and that's what it is. Personality, yeah. Well, that's some...
People listening can't see the air quotes.
No, well, I was saying, like, because there's those girls that have their personality, but I'm saying, like, there's actual people, actual women that want to actually share their proper personality. You know what I mean? Yeah, and not their, not their person.
We do really, like.
Exactly. And.
You don't see us with our low cut tops, Jesus.
No, like, you don't see me being like, oh, hello, low cut, look at me with my hairy chest. Fuck, I've stretched the neck again. God damn it!
Again?
Yeah, look at the neck's gone all funny again.
You did it. You didn't.
I know, I didn't have to, but I did. So that was kind of funny of an article I see. I feel like they're just trying to make articles.
Fix that right. You just grow a beard like this, you don't see the neck.
I don't even really have much of a neck. But yeah, so that was kind of funny. So that was some stuff. There's been a lot of stuff where people are just getting triggered again, but there hasn't been any.
Someone going off on him. It was another female. She was ranting as well. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of them. It's mine. But do you want to see? Should we open this? We're going to open this right now because he's here. We've got a Yowie. We're going to quickly open this Yowie because Jack will want to.
I remember being a kid having Yowies. They were so much better back then.
Let's see what we got. We're going to pop this. Yeah, it's the yellow.
Remember before, like, they had so many.
What have we got in here? Oh,
a panda.
It's a panda, Jack. Take your panda.
Kangaroo Jack and Panda Bill.
Take your panda.
Take your panda. Take it and go.
Take your panda and go.
He was pulling faces though.
I know. That was pretty funny. He's gone.
He was watching himself in the
Yeah, he was. He's gone now. But yeah, so it's just like, no, like everyone's like, and then that's the thing, like everyone's genuinely pissed off that this is happening because people are spending more money on them, which is, I understand. Okay, yeah, money could be spread out other places,
it's more
but the viewer count.
Getting harassed to do what they do.
Yeah, it's like that's not what they want to do. They want to be just generally.
I thought that was Jack's.
No, mine. The chocolate's mine. That's what it is.
I thought it was Jack's. Yeah, because I've seen like 3 or 4 of them speak out, and they're pissed because they're covered up nicely, like that's what we are, like in t-shirts and jumpers, and they're just like, they've got dickheads going in saying about, oh, where's the hot tub? Oh, get your tits out, do this, do that, and they're gonna pay money for it. And they're just like, no, they don't do that. Like, just go. People had to ban 100% of their viewership because of that.
Mm-hmm. They just
their bans went up 100% from 2 to 4 to 4 to 8. People are stream. You shouldn't be doing that. You just shouldn't be doing that at all.
People are just being feral. Like, they're basically sexually harassing women.
They're making. I don't know. I don't want to go off Adam for that bad, but they're making the sleazeballs of Twitch even worse and spreading them everywhere.
Oh.
Like, just...
Did you? I know. Actually, that's an article I got. I don't know if you got it down, but someone got banned off Twitter.
I don't know.
Someone got banned on Twitter the other day.
Who's that?
What's his name? God of War. What's his name?
David Jaffe.
Yeah.
No, you got banned on PSN.
Was it PSN? Was it PSN? Oh, no, something about on Twitter. When they got on Twitter, I thought it was Twitter.
His PlayStation account got suspended
because of something he said on Twitter. I think there was something he posted.
A post he put up, yeah. And they said it was a mistake, but they banned him for a few days anyway.
Yeah, like it was a post he put up on Twitter, and then they banned his PSN account because of something he put up on Twitter.
Because it was a PlayStation share, so.
That's like.
And I was like, it's not even anything bad.
But it's funny that is. Yeah, I saw it.
That's not even bad. Like, he was making a joke. Like, I laughed at it. I reckon the person who banned him laughed at it too.
But I'm like,
ban. Like,
but it's like, Jeff, like, what? Wait, like,
is that the Ratchet and Clank? Yeah, the Ratchet and Clank. Like, how can that be bad?
Oh.
My mind is blue.
Well, after basically,
he wasn't pissed at him.
No,
apologized.
He thought it was funny. But the fact that basically it's a high PlayStation employee, like, creator, gets banned by the company they're working for.
Ex-PlayStation.
Well, yeah. But still, you know what I mean?
We're trying to get I'm going to try and get on here, so watch that. Daz has seen him before. He's just like us.
He's hilarious. I would love to have him on. I'd love to be able to rant with the guy. Like,
he's worse than us. Like,
oh, I'm down for it though. I'd love to have a rant with him.
Yeah.
We have a rant off. Oh, it'd be insane.
Try and give him a plug here and tag him in it. Yeah.
There's a few other things I'll quickly cover because I think you said you had some notes.
Not notes, but I know
or some things. Did you see the stuff about Halo?
Well, it could come out next year.
No! There's rumours that it could be dropping in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Nah.
There's talks apparently happening that they thought it was going to be months.
They're hyping it up.
There's talks
that E3 to hype it, and then they just like drop.
Yeah, because there were talks with, I can't remember who it was. I think it was, I don't know if it was Phil or someone else.
There's still no gameplay.
But yeah, they expected that it could have been a few more months off because they're looking at originally how they thought it was going to be the end of the year. Remember how it's going to be like the end of the year?
It said holiday, so it could have been delayed still.
But they're looking at could be dropped summer holidays, which is like current now, basically.
Yeah, fuck off. That's not going to happen.
And you'll find the article there. There should be some articles up about it. But
narrowed down to a few weeks.
Yeah.
There's Phil Spencer.
Yep. Yep.
Phil Spencer.
Yeah, Phil himself has said that it could be coming out in the next couple of weeks because it's the summer holidays. I might.
Internal talks could be narrowed from months to a few weeks.
Yep.
Explained during a recent appearance on the Drop Frames podcast. It's dropping shit, so.
So it would be interesting to see what happens.
Better clarity over the winter.
Because the summer holidays.
It's over the winter. It's summer there now.
I don't know.
We'll have better clarity over the winter.
Yeah, so they're saying instead of releasing it during the winter seasons, which is the end of the year, it'd be better to drop it during the summer season, which is now.
But this isn't a month's thing. This is just down to a few weeks, Spencer said. Instead of picking this day and having to move it by a week.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, it could be in the next couple of weeks.
Until we're really solid on what the date is. So I haven't got a date. They're just saying could be weeks.
But they're saying it could be in the next couple of weeks, which could be in the next month.
No, I said few weeks. I just don't get.
Could be July. Could be August.
I don't fucking believe it. But who knows?
Could be July. Could be coming out July then. Wait and see. Do you want to call? Do we want to pick a month just in case?
Because apparently it says here, it wants to give way to Forza Horizon 5, Room to Breathe, when it launches November 9.
Do you want to call it in July?
It has its own audience. Halo's audience is here.
No, but at the same time, they're big titles for Xbox. They're very big titles for Xbox.
They can be in the same fucking month. Who cares?
Yeah, a lot of them. No, a lot of the audiences like both of them.
End.
So.
I like both, but I still buy both. And I'm gonna
call July.
I'm gonna say probably more like August, really.
You reckon August?
I do. I'm gonna August.
Do you want to do it? Jim locks in August.
Weeks.
I'll lock in July because it's still a few weeks.
Few weeks. Phil Spencer.
Yeah, we'll lock it in here. We'll lock it in now, Eddie.
Podcast.
We'll lock it in now, Eddie, for the podcast.
If we can get Phil Spencer on here and say that.
I'm just having Phil Spencer alone on the Beardy Bros podcast.
Hey.
Just having Spill Fencer.
I'm gonna put a tweet out to you, Phil.
Spill Fencer.
A Spill Fencer. No.
Joel Mibson.
Joel Mibson.
We know these people. We know Joel Mibson. We know Spell Fencer.
Mills Spencer. Jill Fencer.
Jill Fencer. We know all these knockoff lookalikes.
I don't believe it really. I don't.
We know Hom Toward.
Tom Howard. Wait, Todd Howard.
I mean, we can simply just have Ryan Reynolds. That's straight up easy.
Ryan.
Ryan Reynolds doesn't change much.
I don't believe it.
Would make sense if they're pushing the way they've been pushing.
Wait, where's the hype?
They don't want to have any hype. They don't want any cyberpunk backlash.
Let's just say they released it on Game Pass and
But
digital. If no one if no one knows about it, who's gonna buy it?
But at the same time, this could be a thing too. Even though they say Halo could be dropping in the next few weeks, which part do they mean? The multiplayer that's free to play, or the actual game itself?
It says the game. It's like,
or both? Does it mean both, or free to play going to come out early?
The beta hasn't even dropped yet.
They won't do a beta. They'll just drop it.
No, it says there's a multiplayer beta coming.
Well, that's just what the multiplayer will most probably be. Is just beta because it's free to play.
Which that's free anyway, so like they can drop that whenever the fuck they want.
Which I think is pretty funny.
I'll give them props if they can release that in the next couple of months.
And it looks solid.
So they said a few weeks, so that's typically within a month.
Which is July.
It's almost July,
August.
so it could be still August. Just. So I'm still saying August. Just
you want to hold August? I'll say July. I'll say August
in quote.
You take August. I'll take July. We'll go with that. And we'll see how we go.
I don't believe it though.
No, that's what I said. We'll have this little beady bit off.
Beardy beat off.
Beardy. We have a beardy beat off. Go on then. Another thing, few cool things. So What are you having to read over that? Looking, trying to understand it.
I'm trying to read different ones because some from 2 days
Yeah.
ago, one's from a day, one's from an hour.
Yep. So there's been stuff happening in Fortnite with the aliens. We're only in week 3 now. This is pretty insane. So we're in week 3 of Fortnite. Fortnite goes through to September. Me personally, I'm already at level 60 already in up to week 3. Usually I'm not even nowhere near this level at week 3. I'm still far back, and I've been leveling up pretty quick. I know Eddie's way further ahead than me. But we've got at the moment there's been this little cool little event that's been happening where UFOs are actually appearing in the game now, like actually landing on different zones of the maps. You can go to them and land them for loot, but if you're there at some random times when they start choosing people, they will abduct you to the mothership, and you'll go into the mothership where you must play around within there collecting Dragon Balls so that you unlock special loot.
It says confident of hitting 2021 holiday, the holiday.
Which is the summer holiday, which is soon.
Which is only still a few weeks away, really.
Yeah.
So it's holiday 2021, so it's still like
weeks away.
Ages of months away.
Well, it depends if it's the summer holidays or the winter holidays.
Well, it says here, have been narrowed down to a few weeks, and that both Microsoft and 343 Industries are confident about hitting the holiday 2021 release date that they announced when the game was delayed.
That's what I'm saying.
So still November-ish.
Well, that's the big winter holidays. That's what they're saying. That's the winter holidays because November, December.
It's not really early. It's gonna be on time.
No, but then summer holidays is like now. Their summer holidays is now. So it could be hitting for like summer.
Still saying like September, October, November, that area.
So we have to wait and see what happens.
Really early. It's still...
No, that's still normal if it's that. But they're saying weeks. They're saying, but then like I said, you got to remember there's the current holidays that are happening in a couple of weeks or now, and then there's the holidays, which is the winter holidays. So you got to remember that. Because for us at like in Australia, we're on our winter holidays at the moment. We're in the winter holidays.
It won't be July or August or September or October.
You not reckon? You don't want to? You want to take?
It'll be November, December.
You want to subtract your bet? You want to say November?
Yeah, like that game had to be like fully redone. Like, there's no way in less than a year. Like, fuck. Especially through COVID. I think it's just full of hot air.
I'm going July. I'm blocking it in.
Yeah, I'll still say August, but I'm still saying it's not going to come any closer.
That's all right.
Than, like Christmas.
Remember the predictions I've been saying?
Not July though. Like,
remember the predictions we've been having on the Beardy Bros?
That's too good to be true. The other ones were feasible. It's Phil Spencer. He says a lot of stuff. He says a lot of stuff.
We'll have to. Phil Spencer will have to call up Spell Fincer and find out.
Phil Spencer. Still lock it in.
But yeah, we'll lock it in. We'll lock it in here on the Beardy Bros. We'll say it here first. See if it happens. Maybe not first. A few other people might be saying it. But let's just say July, August then on the Beardies. Let's see what happens. If it happens, it happens. You heard it here. For those that listened, and you can be like, oh my god, they got the facts, and that's right. We know what we're talking about. Otherwise, if we don't, we just chop it up to unlucky coincidences that it wasn't this time.
Up to Phil being full of hot air.
Yeah. And don't listen,
a few weeks, which weeks can mean anything.
It's just a few weeks. How many is a few weeks?
A few's 3. Several is like 7. So he said a few weeks, which it's pretty much already over halfway through the year. So it's of course it's a few weeks until like November. Like, fuck. He's just trying to spin it that are coming out sooner than you think. Like,
possibly,
it's
yeah.
not.
No, I mean that's what he could have said, and they could have just blown it out of proportion. So
it's still going to be like holiday 2021. That's what I'm still saying that. But I'm still locking in August.
But yeah,
because I'm locking things in.
But anyway, you right there, Jack? You just zoned it out. You just come in and just stand there and just drone it. But anyway, come back to Fortnite. I streamed this last night myself when I was playing, as well. Besides what I was doing with the UFO, collecting Dragon Balls and all that fun stuff.
Dragon, rock the dragon.
Dragon Balls. There's also kind of like a playlist which I'm thinking of playing again because it's kind of fun just chilling out listening to music. Easy Life have got a set at the moment in Fortnite playing at the O2. So it's like this map that someone made up, which is like a stadium arena player.
The O2
player.
Arena?
Yeah, it's like a stadium that's like a music stadium auditorium kind of thing. And yeah, Easy Life has been playing, but they've refilmed. The funny thing is, just one sec, Jack. There's been this there's songs that they've got, but they've recently refilmed a lot of their songs specifically to be played within Fortnite. So they've made specific music video clips designed for Fortnite. So they've been playing. They're a UK band. They've actually been around for a while. Easy Life. But yeah, they had at least in the game they've got at least I think 5 songs that play within the game. And then there's once you play them all, you get one exclusive track that's been made for Fortnite that they wrote for Fortnite. So it's about the current season, which is kind of funny. So which is kind of cool. But the fact that they've actually like worked like this artist band worked with they've worked like Fortnite has worked with other artists before and done like they've done stuff with Marshmello and like other artists, and they've done like the Travis Scott. So that was a different kind of style event, but they've done events, but they've kind of like done these kind of styled stuff. But the fact that they refilmed songs that they've done, like there's a song they did like 3 years ago, they refilmed a music clip that's designed to work with Fortnite with this scene setup that they've got through this like narrative that they play. So it's kind of cool that they've done it, and it's something different for a change to see that they've actually got like refilmed songs and they played a few sets and they work well. It's pretty dope. It was kind of cool.
Can they put big bands on there for once?
Well, I mean they've had like decent bands play songs in their radios that they've actually paid for.
Anyone big though?
Weezer.
Like Weezer 90s.
They've had I think Wolf Mother.
It's like huzzah!
I know they've had like a few different bands play on the radio, so there's some stuff they've had pretty cool. But it's just a start. Like this is just an interim to open it up more. So they've had one set like, yeah, they had Travis Scott kind of have his actual in-game event, kind of make it part of like the actual game event. But then they've had like this as well. So there was only a few songs as well. But it's interesting to see that they've gone out of their way to refilm. Because I've looked up the music video clips and they're completely different to what the track listing they play. Because I wanted to assess that. The fact that they've refilmed clips to work with what the maps that have been built for the song, which is kind of cool. Because there's like this little letterbox thing you're in, and there's like this film clip they've filmed of them playing the guitar and stuff, and they're like looking in through the window. That's this little window that's there while you're in this little fish tank kind of thing. It's kind of cool how they've done it, like that they're peering on you, and then they're singing and there's another part where you kind of go through this kind of looks like the insides of a whale, and then they've actually set it up where they're on the sides playing the music as well. Like then they've got the sheeting to make like the inner sides of the whale, and then they've got like the end where the tunnel comes through that they film the rest of make it look like it's the rest of the tunnel, but it's like a kind of coyote thing where it's like a flat wall where the screen is, but like they've made the set to match the game set as well, which is kind of cool. Like they've done stuff like that. Like I think that's really unique. That's what I found was very interesting about it. So. They're actually putting effort in, not just being like, oh, here's the thing, let's just slap it in there. This is thing, like some of the stuff they've been doing with their party hub.
They've got effort in.
They've actually put the hard work into making it part of like the game, making it a proper event, which is kind of cool, which I liked, which was dope, and it's been pretty cool vibes. Like I streamed it twice at the start of my stream. I streamed it. At the end of my stream, I streamed it as well because it's like this is dope. I just relaxed there, zoned out, laid back in my chair, almost fell asleep listening to him again while Smurf was just chatting to me and modding my chat, and that was freaking great. I loved it. So good.
You just get them tuned on and just.
Yeah, it's just perfect vibes. I'm like, nah, these are my new people to listen to.
The other day I was jamming away. You're just quiet for like.
I just mellowed out and just listened, and I'm just like, yep. And I just like kind of like emptied my thoughts. And I'm just like.
Is that when Seppi came into the chase?
Yeah, he was chilling. And I was like, yep. I'm just like, yep. I was
I
mellow. I'm like, no, I'm digging this. Like, I'm really chill right now. I'm like, this is great.
Music
this is the vibes. So that was good. But yeah. Oh, but that's a few things that I found through the week, and I wanted to talk about and discuss anyway. What do you got? What do you got? We can rant about. What do we got? We can discuss.
I found out something today that Conan O'Brien is leaving late night television.
Yes, he actually said that a while back, actually. But it's finally this was his final week, I think it was.
I only found out on Instagram because everyone's posting about it. I'm like, oh damn. So I googled his name and like he's leaving. I'm like, I just thought he died because everyone's posting him. I'm like,
oh,
no.
and that's how they made it talk. Made it feel like he'd passed on, kind of like not just wrapping up.
Because everyone's putting pics of them with him.
Yep.
I thought he died. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh no, he's just retiring from.
Yeah, because everyone's.
I'm like,
He's done
Thank
so
God.
much. Well, actually, that's related to a lot of that happening. Because he's had so many hosts, like guests, not hosts, guests come on the show over the years. I don't know if you've ever seen the one that's always been the meme with Paul Rudd. Where have you seen when Paul Rudd's been on? Like he's always like on and he shows like a video clip, like he's supposed to promote a video, but it's always the same one with the kids in the wheelchair rolling down the hill and he falls in the water. So there was another setup stitch up where I watched it the other day. Conan was interviewing what's his name? I can't remember his name now. I forgot it. But he's interviewing this other guy and talking about stuff, and then Paul Rudd comes in to scare him. And they're talking about stuff, and they scared him. And then they'll bring up like how something happened on the set. And Paul Rudd stuck to the meme and joke for one last time. Stuck to the joke, going, "Oh, here's this thing time on the set, rather behind the scenes when we did this SNL skit. You know, this is what happens, but we couldn't air it, but we've got the footage for it there." And he goes to show the clip, and it's the kid falling down the hill in the wheelchair and then into the water, as always. And Conan's just like, God damn it! Why do I keep falling for this? Like, why do I keep thinking you have clips to show when every time you've had a clip, it's been the kid going down the hill in the wheelchair?
That's funny though.
And it's so good. Like, it's so great that he stuck to his gun. Like, he's always stuck to the joke.
Right?
That's
just Paul Rudd though.
It's just great having those memes. So it's
well,
funny.
Man, it's his last week or so. So I mean, like, damn.
Yes.
I thought he'd never retire till he died.
What? We've gone down another subscriber.
What?
We're now 23 subscribers on the Beardy Bros podcast.
Oof.
We've gone down. So we were at 25, and then a couple of months went by, and then we're down to 24, and a couple more months went by, and now we're at 23.
Bots, I reckon.
Yeah, most probably bots. I thought I haven't uploaded that one
We're not
yet.
funny anymore. We're not good anymore.
But I just want a bit. No, I don't really care. I just think it's funny. That's just like, what the hell? But I was gonna say, but quickly another thing. I have been uploading some of the thumbnails again. I was gonna say, have you seen the thumbnails I've recently posted to the?
Not.
So I've uploaded a couple of thumbnails. I'll explain them to you now if you haven't seen them. So there was that one where Juddy, was it the one where I was late posting for Juddy? It was sorry we're late. Dairy for life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've uploaded the thumbnail for that one now. It's actually a cartoon image of the milk cartons, and it's a photo of you and me with the missing. You know, the missing milk cartons. You have a look.
Wait, let me just get in.
Bring it up. And there's another one I've uploaded as well. There's another one I've been working on. You'll see them kind of briefly when you go to the YouTube channel, but have a quick look at them now and get.
Beardy Bros fly fishing.
Beardy Bros fly fishing.
They got 40 subs. What the fuck is that? I was talking to Beardy Bros and that popped up.
They're stealing our view? Nah. They've been on there for a while.
Oh, yeah, I see the milk carton one.
Yeah. It's like
the knocked over carton.
Yeah, I used the images from our heads from that our 1 year anniversary image. I was like, because I want to keep it cartoony. So I was like, so that's the horsewhips, handcuffs and bubbles. So I was like, I just want to go with something that's like so basic. So it's just a white background. I just grabbed free use sample images. It's just someone with fluffy handcuffs and just some horsewhip, and then I found like a basic model and I put a horse head on it. So I just want
to. It's got the. What the? It's got Ryan Reynolds and Henry Cavill.
Which one are you looking? Oh, you're looking at the other one, the Deadpool one. The Green Lanterns, yeah, the Green Lantern, which is like Green Lantern. Well, that was great. Did you see it though, where the Green? He's not the Green Lantern. He's the Red Lantern, and Superman's the Joker colors.
Yeah, Joker purple.
And or like Lex Luthor colors. He's got the mustache. I love Photoshop, man. Like those are the I used the Photoshop head.
How that Mortal Kombat? Like,
spoiler alert.
Fucking the Snyder cut.
With everyone in there, there's so much going on.
I've seen that in the alpha part where you just put everything together before you did everything.
Yeah.
I saw it there, but I've seen it there. Fucking hell.
The thumbnails are great. It's one of the best things I love about doing with these. Is just making thumbnails. It's just so much fun. I'll give you a little insight to the Let Sleeping Gods Lie one. So with that one, because we talked about like because it was we talked about.
How is beard trolls? Is that your?
No, it's just a random beard I found. It's got some trolls sitting inside of it. So,
footprints? Is it? What the fuck is that?
They're trolls. They're little trolls.
Oh yeah. I just look in.
They're transparent because they're meant to be like magical.
Looking at it.
Yeah. So I'll give you an insight. So the episode.
I don't know why this is all caps.
So episode 23, which is Sleeping God's Lie. I haven't uploaded it yet. But remember where we talked about a photo of jacked Thor, where Thor was like super beefy?
Oh, yeah.
You know, with Chris Hemsworth. So I colorized him, so I gave him a bit of color. I've got him actually setting, the backdrop is actually a set from Cyberpunk. It's just Cyberpunk landscape of the city. So I got him standing in front of it, because we talked about Cyberpunk. But in his hand, we're in that photo of Thor with Taika Waititi. He's got a photo, and it kind of got like, looks like Thor's new belt, like costume belt, or might have been like Korg's belt or something like that, some kind of belt. I actually photoshopped that kind of out and over it, and I put like a scroll in his hand, and it's the apology letter. And in his hand is a scroll with the apology letter from Santa Monica saying, "Sorry, we've had a delayed God of War." Remember that statement? Yeah, he's got it's Chris Hemsworth holding the scroll in his hand.
Did you put that sorry thing in there?
Yeah, it's in his hand. It's the apology letter in his hand.
Oh.
It's like Thor, because remember how we made jokes of like Thor, because remember how at the end of Ragnarok, Thor's at the end of God of War. So I had to make the reference where I was like, okay, let's actually get Chris Hemsworth, who's dressed as Thor, holding the apology letter that's saying that, sorry, we've delayed the next game.
I had another idea just then.
So
you could have got a screen cap from the game and put Chris Hemsworth's head on it. Because there's no Mjolnir like beside him. It could have been the letter.
Oh, that would have been another cool one. But yeah, no, it looks pretty dope. I got to add a few other little details in there. I think I maybe put a Kratos in there as well, but maybe I was gonna do like Kratos rip. Like confused or something, playing one of those memes. But yeah, so I got that at the moment. I like it looks great because just holding the scroll with the.
Have you noticed when a PlayStation game comes out, the developers have made all these memes with them, like with all the assets. They've made like dancing Kratos, they've made Jarl, they've made Rivet, Ratchet. Like,
shouldn't you be in bed though, Jack?
On Twitter,
it's like nearly 10 o'clock.
They had some spare time, so they've made all these gifs.
BB.
And it's just like Rivet dancing and shit. I'm just like,
I just realised the time he was asking. Sorry, I just realised before he was coming to ask if he could play Fortnite on the Xbox, and I just realised the time. It's nearly 10 o'clock. He should be in bed. He's not playing video games this late. If he wants to, he can play the Switch. Sorry.
Play Fortnite on the Switch?
Yeah. If you wanted to. Well, I'd log into my account, so no. But yeah, but no, they definitely do all the memes all the time, which is pretty funny, which is great to see that they do stuff. But that's why I always liked the promo, like the old back in the day, the promo for Ratchet and Clank, how they always did the ads for the weapons and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember the one back in the day. That was so good.
I told him he could go get the Switch and play the Switch. He brings me the Switch. Jack, do you want to play the Switch? Okay. Anyway, anyway, I've got the Switch with titties on the back of it.
Fair enough.
If you remember the Bowsetti meme and the Bowser meme, I put them on the back of the Switch.
Is it Bowsette or Bowsetti?
Bowsetti, I don't know Bowsette. But they match the color where, because this is more blue, it matches the back side. This one that was more red, so that matches that side.
Wouldn't you switch them?
To match the back of the Joy-Cons. Oh, no, I just put them on there. Actually, speaking of media content, there's been a little thing that I've been doing to Juddy lately, and I think he's been pushing his TikTok. I messaged him going, "Are you pushing the intros to like stir me a little bit?" Because he's been doing his car. He's been posting his car stream, like car modifications on TikTok, and he's doing like he posts his gear shift and stuff. And lately he's like, because he has this whole intro to his things, and then he goes on and what he's doing. But his intros are getting a bit more out of crazy. And at first he would do an intro, and I kind of mimic the intro, and we kind of been doing that. And of lately, he's been really getting a bit more extravagant with his intros. And I said to him, like, are you getting extravagant for a reason? Because I have to now save his videos, cut the section I want, and then I stitch my own part to it. Because before you'd get the image, you could stitch to the image and you'd segment. But because it's so long, I have to manually save the videos now myself. So I'm having to save them and then cut them together and do my own edit to it. But he's getting very extravagant now with his, like I say, he's getting more extravagant with his intros now. So one he did recently, which was, he had the car, he did 3 different little kind of cut transitions of like him saying like an intro, where he like opens the door, comes up from the side of the car, and then he's hanging from his ceiling. And I'm like, is he trying to get extravagant because I've been like mimicking his intros? Like, I've been mimicking his videos. Is he trying to do this now to try and see how far I'll go? And I'm like, because the latest one he posted, he puts one of his kids' chairs or something, like fold-out chairs, on the top of the hood of his car, and then sits on the top of the hood of the car. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up now. Right now.
It's gonna get even more extreme.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do to react to this. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, but it's just like, what do you mean? Like
maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
See, like what do you mean? Like, I'll show you the other one he did. Like, I'll show you the one. Is it this one here? No. Wait, what?
For you listeners, I'm sorry.
No, for you that are listening, you can't hear. Oh, we can try and. See him hanging there? Like, he's doing stuff, and then I had to like, I'm trying to mimic it.
That jump cut, though.
Well, this is just still the funny. So like, he's done like this intro as well.
Back again with the death machine.
Everyone's done as well.
Like, build some more shit, and I've been reacting to it and then doing like kind of similar videos to him. Like, there's ones which I kind of didn't know what to do with the poll, so I kind of waited like just after that. And he has this thing where he goes to like talking about this object. So I did the same thing. I'm just talking to random objects, going like to a bowl of food, and then like to the Lego, going like just mimicking him, just making a stab at him. And then I did one with that jump cut one where I did a bad jump cut of me in the kitchen coming around the corner and out of the fridge and then coming out of different directions doing the exact same thing.
It's going to get hard to do that car city and the...
Well, what I'm thinking of doing, he's going to hear this, I don't know when he's going to see it, but I'm thinking of clearing...
On the audio. Like,
well, when I upload it and when he sees everything, if he hears this first, well, he's going to see it later on TikTok. But I'm thinking of clearing my kitchen bench, move it all clear, put one of the dining chairs up there and climb up on the bench and sit on the seat up on my kitchen bench.
Well, you got one of Jack's chairs?
Oh, they'd be a bit small. I might break if I try and sit up on the bench.
Didn't Jody have a kid's chair?
Yeah, he had a kid's chair, but I was thinking of putting like a kitchen dining chair up on the kitchen bench and just sitting on it.
Put the recliner on the kitchen table.
Oh, the table wouldn't be able to hold shit. The table would mostly fall apart.
Bench?
But no, so I'm thinking of like clearing the bench off and putting the thing down and.
You gotta go big, Dad. You gotta go big.
But yeah, so I'm thinking of just putting that up there and just like clear it out, move the mic out of the way, put the kitchen chair up there, one of the kitchen chairs, diner chairs. Oh god. And that'd be just me climbing up straight up and sitting on top of the fridge. Basically, I wouldn't even put a chair up there.
The fridge.
But that's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of doing something along those lines where I'm gonna kind of reference his intro and I'm gonna cut them together. So I'm gonna put the camera somewhere, have me jumping on.
Under the chair.
So I don't know, but I'm thinking of the bench. But I'll see how I go when I come into filming it because it's too much effort to clean it off. But
see what's more feasible, really.
Yeah. So either way, trying to climb up to the fridge could take a little while too. So
you just gotta sit there. They don't put a chair up there.
No, but trying to climb up to it though. Climb up onto the fridge. See how I go. I'll have to get a chair to climb onto the bench, then to climb on the fridge. I think.
Put 2 chairs up to the fridge.
Just sit on 2 chairs.
On the bench.
Stack the chairs on top of each other.
Sorry, Johnny.
Oh, but it's just become this joke now. I even like that. I comment on his thing going, "Am I gonna have to do this? Am I gonna have to? Are you doing this? Are you testing me?" I'm like, "Are you testing me how far I'm gonna go with these stitches?" Like, so that's the next thing I'm gonna do is stitch together and. But no, he's having fun with it, and it's kind of like a little fun thing we're doing. But Juddy, I'm looking at you right now, Juddy. Why are you liking why are you commenting on my videos but not liking the videos? Are you some kind of asshat? Fuck you, Juddy. No, but no, he's been coming by. I'll be like at him. He'll comment on the video with a laughing react, but he won't like the video. He won't like the video. He won't leave a heart react. You bloody dirtbag.
That's what it is.
I was like, I love all his, I heart all his videos. I give him support. I give him a heart, and he just doesn't heart my videos.
Oh, so you heart but don't comment, but he comments but don't hearts.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's the thing. But hearts mean more than comments. It's funny. No, I'll comment every now and then, but
Is
yeah.
that really there?
I think so. I don't know.
That shouldn't mean anything. It's just a...
It's for the algorithms. I know it's broken.
Nothing
I
over
don't
the
know.
algorithm.
Algorithms are broken.
Especially the YouTube one. That's shit. Like,
Oh, it's so
I
bad.
get recommended some weird shit from stuff I don't follow than I do following.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
subbed to
much.
this, I get this. It's like, what?
The where?
Same as Twitter. I look through Twitter. I see more unfollowed stuff than followed stuff. It's like, how? Is that an algorithm thing, or is that just Twitter being Twitter? And I didn't post last week's episode.
So it's one of those fan bots again. Next time, please think about how stupid you look when you say Killzone looks better than Halo. And then look at the stats. It's like, look at when Halo was posted. Yeah, because Killzone hasn't been posted in like how many fucking years?
Are they saying Killzone does not look better than WoW? Killzone
Yeah, they're like,
is
look at
fucking
this
epic.
chart. Look at this chart. But the chart, oh, you can't really see the chart.
Anything.
It's got like squiggly. Okay, so it's got squiggly blue lines.
Hang on, I want to...
See, look. Here we go. Here you go. See it? This the blue line's Halo. The red line's Killzone. But that says 2020 to 2021. Why do you think the blue line's going to be spiked up? Because it's a current Halo game. You fucking asshats.
Oh. What? I took what you said there. I put Killzone versus Halo. They
Yeah.
just compared last year Killzone 2013 to Halo Infinite.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a 7-year difference.
Yep.
That's 8 years difference in
Yep.
7 8 years difference.
Yep.
How do they compare that?
Yep.
Halo Infinite versus Killzone Shadowfall graphics comparison.
Yep.
Actually, Killzone look way better. Not gonna lie.
But that's what I mean. What are these people doing? Well, no shit. Something's going to be different to the other one. Something's not like the other. Yeah, fucking years. Like 10-year difference almost.
Also, you've got a worldwide studio in.
It's like someone going. It's like half these people going. Oh, why is this car I bought not driving? Oh, it's because you bought a fish. No, but it's a car. It's supposed to be able to drive it. No, you've bought a fish. Like,
you compare the game that
people are fucking
triggered.
people are dumb, man. I don't know how these people think.
I'm triggered.
Even if it's just for clicks, how the fuck? That's so dumb.
I got Halo. I best say I got Halo Shadowfall right.
It's
there.
like the.
I got Killzone right there. I will boot that shit up and play it and say, look how awesome this.
But it's like the whole thing. It's like I know it's tuna, but is it chicken or is it fish?
That's a PS4 launch game, and it looks better
Yeah.
than what Halo Infinite was at the end of a generation.
I actually need to get that
And a new
one. I
console.
need to get that one. I haven't played that one.
It's fucking. Okay, story's not the best, but it looks and plays amazing.
Yeah.
Plus, it's got multiplayer.
I don't know. I'm getting too triggered. I'm gonna have to go play some games.
Remember Killzone 1 and 2? They were still better than Halo.
They were good.
They were still better than Halo.
Oh, I like Halo. Graphically, though.
Killzone's way better than the gameplay was.
Yeah, well, there's a
And
big gap between
and
one and
story. Killzone 3, that was fucking good.
Mm.
On PS3, that looked better than Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'm getting too triggered by these people. It's doing me in. I need to go for a poop.
I should just screenshot and just make a whole episode of just not us on camera, just put up comments and posts. And just put like L win, L W.
Win, lose, win, lose. I'm gonna check this.
No one will be winning because they won't put them up there because they don't need mentioning. We'll even get David Jaffe on for that too. Like he can come on and we can all roast at once. Like Oh, I should bring that up to David Jeffy on his stream one day. Killzone vs Halo. You know what he's gonna say? You can't compare them. Two different fucking games. Oh, fuck. Done. I'm done. I'm so fucking done.
I'm done.
You had to finish it there, Daz, didn't you? You had to trigger everyone. I bet you. You've
Triggered myself, maybe.
Halo vs Killzone.
Well, let's bring it back around. If we should have brought up the you know, that thing, the sailing, you know, that thing with the you know, the
Nope, I don't know the thing with the thing with the fucking Jesus.
So I'm trying to move away really out of there. Sea of Thieves has got that latest Pirates update, which has been pretty fun. I played that first bit of that one. It wasn't pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I downloaded the skin pack, which is the costume pack, so you can wear the costumes of Captain Jock Sparrow and Gibbs and what's his name? Pretty cool. I love wearing the Jack Sparrow skin and be like, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow and I'm still on your rump.
So pissed that voice acting for Jack is shit.
Oh, apparently it's actually Thingy that does the voice for it.
No.
It's not? Do you know? No. I thought, because someone was saying it was from actual, because they got a lot of voice dialogue.
But I IMDb'd it and Johnny Depp is not involved with it.
Yeah, because they got a lot of voices that sound pretty much spot on. Because there's a first clip you see him and it sounds pretty spot on.
Yeah, but then when you keep listening, it's off.
Because they use clips from the movies.
Weird. Like it's over exaggerated, kind of thing.
Is it?
Well, have a look. Look, putting Johnny Depp in IMDb, he is not involved with Rare or Sea of Thieves or anything. And usually, if they're in games, they show it. He's not on there at all. 2020 is the last thing he did.
Oh yeah, it's not his. Yes, it is not his voice. Well, it does feature Johnny Depp's likeness as Sparrow. It is not actually his voice, despite uncanny similarity.
I knew it was fake straight away.
Who voices Jack Sparrow in Sea of Thieves? A Pirate's Life.
Same as Barbosa. That sound a bit like him, but you can see none of them are the real actors.
Jared Butler.
Really?
Jared Butler. He did voice Captain Jack Sparrow in Kingdom Hearts 3. Did it for Disney Infinite. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's Edge game. Yeah.
Jared Butler. Jared Butler. Are you serious?
Oh, they used Johnny Depp's stunt double to do the modelling mocap.
He's not involved at all with it.
Yeah.
Doesn't say Jared Butler's in there at all.
Jared Butler.
I thought you said Gerard Butler.
Not Gerard Butler. That's a completely different. That's a completely different set of voice skills.
That's what I thought you meant.
Jared.
Yeah,
Barrett Jutler. Barrett
Jutler.
Jutler.
Watching the E3 thing, I was like, nah, that's not.
But no, his voice isn't that bad. Like I've heard him in like Disney Infinite and freaking Disney Infinity and bloody Kingdom Hearts. It's not that bad.
It's Jack from Wish.
Hmm.
We have Jack at home, and then you get this guy.
Jack at Wish. But anyway, you got any more stuff? Where?
Oh, remember that Death Stranding director's cut?
Mm-hmm.
That's a PS5 only, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case.
Also, Ghost of Tsushima, we think it's getting a standalone sequel, a small sequel, during this year, called Ghost of Ikishimi, or what the fuck it's called.
Ikishimi.
Like a 20-hour game or something, not a 80 like the actual Ghost of Tsushima. Kind of like, Miles Morales. Kind of like that. What are you laughing at?
Ghost of Tsushima, Steve Buscemi.
Ghost of Buscemi.
Ghost of Buscemi.
That dude's old as fuck. Now, I was watching that Hubie Halloween. That dude's old now.
Steve
Buscemi.
Buscemi.
That old.
He's aged quite. Hmm.
Or unless it's just makeup that made him look that old.
I think they might have had extra makeup in.
I thought he was like Adam Sandler age, but even if
Yeah,
he's
something
like
like
in his 50s now, like,
Oh,
to
it's
me,
friggin' hilarious.
good people are getting old, man.
We're all getting old, man. That's what happens. We all get
Everyone's
old
like
and we
getting
go for
grown
the
up,
big sleep.
and they're all young.
We all get old and we go for the big sleep.
Even Rob Snyder, he looked pretty worn out in Hubie Halloween.
Yep.
That was a twist. I didn't think he was in that movie at all.
Oh, so
I
good.
was like, Rob Snyder? Spoiler. Oh, no, you don't know what it is, so... Not a spoiler.
Oh, the other thing too is, did you see the release of the Looney Tunes exclusive Xbox controllers?
Yeah, remember what I said? They're going to start releasing games, not controllers. And then Space Jam! It's like, fuck
The
me!
Space Jam, bloody. We've got over here in Australia the Toon Squad. It's so bad.
Remember when I've got all these PS5 exclusives? Xbox people we have games, we have controllers. Look at my controller collection. Fuck me. There's 3 different types.
Yeah, and we only have the Toon Squad here in Australia.
We don't.
We only got the Toon Squad. We don't get the other two. You gotta buy the other two from overseas if you want them.
We don't need them.
We don't need them at all.
Xbox players don't need them. They need games.
Hmm.
They need
Oh no! But the other thing is they'll happily release the Toon Squad controllers for everyone to buy, but yet they won't release the LGBTQ dope rainbow style friggin' controller for people to buy, but they'll send them to influencers.
There's a Space Jam game coming out too, like in the next few days or weeks.
I'm not surprised. They're gonna overmarket that game to game movie.
Like a 16-bit game.
That movie's gonna be super oversaturated. It's gonna be ridiculous. Otherwise, though.
I am keen for what's coming out next month though.
Mm.
Space Jam 4K DVD. I'm like, ooh.
The first one, yes.
Oh yeah, it's
like
$30.
I just want to see Bill Murray at high resolution.
You know that in Zombieland.
I want young Bill Murray.
He's not young in that either.
Yeah, he's fairly young in that.
And he's 40.
He's not Caddyshack young, but
Caddyshack. I've never seen that.
So good.
I don't think. Is that Adam Sandler? Caddyshack? No, that's
No.
No, that's Billy Madison. That's what it is. Let's say Hoppy Medicine.
Hoppy Medicine.
my brain's just gone.
Millie Battison.
Millie Battison. No. Better be Millie.
Oh, mate. What is going on? We are done.
Oh my fucking god.
We're done. I'm gonna wrap. I'm gonna play some Sea of Thieves. I might stream it. I don't know. Everyone's getting back to Sea of Thieves. I've got friends that are wanting to jump onto Sea of Thieves. So I'm like, yes. My mate was like, I stopped playing Sea of Thieves because I didn't have many people to play with. And I'm like, dude, I've been playing fucking Sea of Thieves since the beginning. You know this. Like,
Juddy, I got no one to play PC with.
What do you think we're all doing here? We're fucking... I'm back to being PC gamer because I finally got my PC built ages ago, of course. But, like... Fuck. I gotta get those games. I gotta get Beam and G so I can play with him. So he wants to be the multiplayer.
For $27.
No, why is it when I don't have money?
Everything's on sale right now. It's crazy.
It's always the way when I don't have money to spend.
Yes. We need to get Monster Hunter World so we can go around killing big monsters.
Fuck Monster Hunter World.
Oh. Did you mute yourself?
No.
You done? You done? No.
No.
I was gonna try and get it before you said no, but. Dab. Sorry, listeners.
I'm sorry. So, for those that are listening that didn't see what happened right there, I turned my head to the right, I raised my right arm up across my face, and then I whiplashed the left one. That right?
Whiplashed.
Just whoosh. Oh
What
man.
was that? Whiplash. I don't know.
Wow.
Whoop-pow. Wow.
Oh, that's another thing too. Apparently, there's no Owen Wilson wow. There's apparently no Owen Wilson wow in Loki.
Well, it wouldn't be because it's him. It's not that character.
Well, he always does wow. He is well. That's the thing because Loki,
Not
not
always.
Loki. Fucking Owen Wilson always does wows in a lot of it. Like every movie, he does wow at some point because he's just
Not
like
everyone.
he's always like wow.
Maybe it's not happened yet.
But apparently, no. Apparently, the director had cut them out.
Oh,
Like doesn't want to
no.
be. Yeah, the director had said that there's no wows. There's no Owen Wilson wows in the.
Because he didn't want them.
Yeah.
Everyone wants wow.
It's like I'm expecting I'm expecting we're gonna have it. I reckon they're doing it to curveball us. To be like, there's none in here, and I'm like, it's gonna be in there. He's just gonna be like, wow, like, because it's Owen Wilson. He always says wow at some point. He goes wow, like he's always surprised.
Or something like that. There's always things he says that is. Yeah, but he hasn't got that accent though. Like he hasn't got that.
But it's just be like a wow, like.
It doesn't sound like him though.
Well, his wows always do though. I think that's maybe why he doesn't want wows, because when he says wow, his voice changes, and he's trying to like not have that voice. He's trying to have a more. But because how that character, how Mobius has been going is he's kind of been serious, but he's kind of breaking a little bit. Like Loki's breaking his character a little bit and remolding the Mobius character, and so I feel like we may get him at the very end where he's going to be a more relaxed character, and we're going to get a wow out of him. I feel like we're going to get one.
The last scene of the whole show. Wow, gone. Like you see Thor and like you just like, wow.
Oh, that's crazy. So
Season done. Which is what, like 3 episodes left or something?
I
30
think it's
episodes.
6 in total. I think they're going for.
Yeah, so three more.
I know. But then by that time that's done, then bloody Black Widow's out. So
In a week, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah.
That's gonna be that timeline's so fucked up because of that. Like that should have been out like last year.
Oh man, it kind of matches the what's going on with the series and the movies now, because this whole Phase 4 is just in general, like the actual story dialogue for Phase 4 is fucked up as well. Like not just how they've released it, like this multiverse stuff that's happening is like horrendous. So whatever they did at the end of Endgame has fucked up everything.
Oh, so don't watch that. Just keep watching the Phase.
Well,
That's
it's
3.
How? Oh, well,
so
this
one to 3 and skip.
no. Well, Phase 4, like that's what I mean. Like, because you know how at the end of Phase 3, like just like Captain America goes back in time, does the whole time travel thing, and everything's all wumbo jumbo.
Ended after Endgame.
Well, there's more than that's the thing though. It's just Thanos is just a crisp. That's just a crispy top.
Because if they're just going weird now, what the fucking?
It's because the multiverse is opening up all these doors. Like it's going crazy.
Shouldn't do that. Like
It's
for movies.
It's part of the dialogue. That's going insane. Like they got Kang the Conqueror, which is a time. All these things are coming.
I heard. I had a
so
talk
good.
in the SOS stream this morning about how Doctor Strange. Everyone says they hate Doctor Strange because he's just so fucked in the movies.
Yeah.
Like he's stick to the comics.
Yeah, his character is a lot different.
Which opened up all the multiverse shit. So like, no, in theory he should have been dead in the movies. But they made him live somehow.
Well, that's the whole point of his arc. It's just
Yeah, but he's a scapegoat to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Well, that's just where this whole Phase 4 is really, to start tying it up. Continuity is getting broken. It's just like
It's pointless.
They're actually using Phase
Things
4. I
have
feel
to
like
come to an end. Look at Supernatural. That ended on a good note.
Phase
Don't
4
end
is
somewhere up here.
Phase 4 is like able to break the continuity, so they can do whatever the fuck they want after this now, basically.
Which is going to be pointless.
So Phase 5 is going to be they can go any direction because all the other actors are out. Then they get new actors in, and
Exactly. I'll probably stop watching after these ones are done.
because we watched them
It's all
for
gonna be like Teen Titans and shit. Like, fuck off.
like.
Should just end it.
We already know when you start going, when you have all these younger actors, besides Tom Holland, it just gets janky.
Make something new. Don't repeat fucking content.
Yeah, these story arcs. We already know. There's the thing, same as the comics. People stopped with them after a while, because I think Tom Hiddleston is like, say, he's almost done after a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, like after Loki, isn't he?
Loki, I think he's in
he's
Thor.
in the MCU, so
Yeah. Hey?
didn't he die and Thanos killed him? So this is from another dimension. He's back. So I don't fucking know.
This series has everything going on.
That's true. I'm not gonna watch it. To be fair, I don't think.
It's good. It's good. Definitely Loki. Loki's been really good.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's good out of Phase 4.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like WandaVision at first. WandaVision was pretty dope. And I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I love the fuck out of Loki's.
They give you the good stuff first and just drag it. It's like, oh.
So they were good at first, but I've really gotten into Loki. Loki's been such a fun.
Like the Winter Soldier in that was good at first, and then it just went, oh.
Mm.
And no one talks about that no more. Or WandaVision. Because no one cares.
Well, they left them on. They got the opens because I was saying to the missus the other day. I was saying like we were left on the arc now that we've got the Phantom Vision, we've got the White Vision. Like it left with him to be roaming all around wherever he's going. Then we're left with like the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now we've got Falcon Cap. Like now we're left with that as a, like where the fuck's that going? And now we're going to be left with whatever's happening.
Spider Cap. So what is this?
There's so much stuff going on. Hey.
There's Spider-Man America, Spider America.
Oh, there's stuff in the comics. There's all kinds of stuff in the comics, man. Nowhere near that yet. Who knows where we're going?
I've been seeing it. That's what the problem is. They should have one director for everything. If you put different directors, they got their own fucking vision of what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We've seen that with Star Wars recently.
Oh, it's the worst.
This is what they're doing.
It's all the fact when they're picking up other people's stuff. When one has one input and then they go, oh, he's going to leave this, I'll pick it up. And then
the thing,
my vision.
They're doing a Star Wars, what they're doing that, but now with Marvel. No. They got to kill Marvel. And it's inevitable. Then DC's going to rise up and be better than Marvel because they're going to have more continuity. Especially if Zack Snyder's doing shit with them again now.
Mm.
And James Gunn's gone from Guardians to Suicide Squad.
Mm.
So they've lost pretty much that. They've got him over there now. I mean, except for Guardians 3, and then that's done.
Yeah.
Which has already been shot, I think. So he's doing Suicide Squad, or Squad, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I think DC is going to be the new way to go.
Suicide Squad. That's what we'll film. That's what we'll film. Oh, so good. So good. I'm keen.
That's what Marvel can't do. They can't be all blood and guts because they're more family friendly.
Yeah, they're not as dark.
But DC, man, they can go all out, like people exploding into bits. And
I'm keen for Suicide Squad so much. Like this is going to be such a good movie.
Well, that's Warner Brothers. Like they don't give a shit.
Mm.
Oh, I'm
so keen.
Oh, it's James Gunn. Do you reckon he's going to put a lot of violence in there? Because I reckon he will.
Oh yeah. There'll be
Guardians,
the
it's not violent. It's comedy.
Well, there's comedy in this too.
It's going to be comedy, but it's going to be also very violent. I can imagine. It's going to be R, I think.
See how we go.
Well, the Blade's going to be R-rated, so they're going to have some violence.
Hmm.
Well, Blade has to be violent. if they make him, if they make Blade PG,
we got Blade, and then we got the other Deadpool movie as well coming.
That's not really Marvel though. I mean, it is, but it's not tied with them.
Hey,
that's not tied with Marvel.
Yeah.
It is, but it isn't. It's not a part of the Stage 4 or anything.
Oh, it might come out around that time.
Other ones aren't tied with it. These other Deadpool.
Oh, because it's part of it. Well, it's because Deadpool's that's part of the multiverse, realistically.
Yeah, but it's not the family-friendly what they want in theaters and.
Because I think it may release around the same time, but it's not key to. It's not a key. It's not a key film part of Phase 4. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what the first two were. Pretty much just.
Then the other trailer for Shang-Chi looked dope.
Really.
Did you see that other trailer for Shang-Chi?
Nope, I haven't seen it.
Oh, they've improved. Okay, so how they've actually.
The first one was shit apparently.
They've changed up the Mandarin now because it does look a lot more badass compared to what the Mandarin used to be. Because the Mandarin
wasn't he the Englishman?
Oh, that was a cover up. That was a whole cover up thing anyway. But that was the look. Like that was the look of the Mandarin in the comics. Like that was how he was, and he actually had the rings, and the rings were like the power on his finger. Like, he was like ooh, kind of magic powers. But the rings in this is how they see the actual symbol rings. They're actual gauntlet. They're actually like gauntlets that he actually wears on his arms. It's fucking badass. He's like whoa, and he like has these magic powers that come out of his arms, and he can shoot the gauntlets out, like the rings come out and like sonic beams and stuff.
Like Sonya Blade.
Kind of like kind of like that. Yeah, a bit like that kind of stuff. It's really dope. You should watch it. It's friggin' dope. There's a scene in there where he's fighting his son. And he used to think, and his son ends up like grabbing half the rings, and his dad's like, "Oh no, what have I done?" He's like, "Oh!" And he's like fighting, like, "Get over here!" He's like, "Come over here!" Kind of thing with the rings. He's like stealing them from his dad.
Also, there, what the power is, not actual him.
Kind of a balance of the both, I think. It's you got to be a certain person that can wield them or something. If they're mixing it up, making it a lot
like the glove of Thanos, but kind of like that. Like whoever's got the glove has like ultimate power.
Kind of, I guess, in that weird thing, yeah. But it looks
in that Marvel in back then that didn't. I think someone said Doctor Strange had the glove and he could have just he could have took it from fucking Thanos, but he just left it with him for him to just kill everyone. Just
Loki explains a lot of it. Loki explains a lot of it. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I mean, I'll talk it with you, but I know some people might be listening and they don't want to spoil it for them.
Know either.
It fucks.
Eventually.
I think it's the first episode. Loki is in the first episode. It just fucks over that whole story. It just
because they're fixing mistakes they did.
Well, it's not mistakes. It's just showing that that all the stuff. Basically, it's showing that the whole thing that happened was pointless.
Pointless. You know, because
it was meant to happen. It was meant to happen, but it was just pointless. They went through all that thing, people were dying, and it was meant to happen, but it was just pointless because that's what the timekeepers wanted. Because timekeepers saw it how it happened.
What next is pointless. They could have just did a whole new Phase 4, completely new, and just left what happened there in the past. Because then when you watch the new stuff, you're like, I'm not watching that again. Because it doesn't tie into anything else forward.
Well, that's what I think we're doing. That's the whole point of this whole multiverse is Phase 4's to wrap it up completely, cut it off at Phase 4, so you don't have to.
Long. That goes for 5 years.
But that's the point. Phase 4 is mainly the point where it starts to end and cut off everything. Yeah. So everything after that, you don't actually have to watch after Phase 4. That's where it basically ends because it's arcing off.
Should have ended with Thanos.
I mean, you kind of could just end with Thanos and leave it if you don't want to watch anymore and be done with that story.
It ended on a good note.
They recovered and Iron Man sacrificed himself and it was like done. I mean, you kind of could you can if you want to. Like, you can if you want to be like one of those people. You can basically be like, Endgame is the final for you, and that's it. You don't want to watch anymore. That's where it ends for you, and it can. Like, you can clearly end on Phase 3 and be done with it, not worry about Phase 4. But you looking at?
Yeah, because Phase 4 ends in. Oh, okay. So
2013,
in 2022, apparently.
2022. It's all for Phase 4. So this year, next year.
They've got a lot of things happening
next year. I thought some I thought some Phase 4 stuff does come out 2023 though. I thought there was some stuff 2023.
I Am Groot to be announced. Armor Wars to be announced. Ironheart to be announced.
Yeah, Ironheart's the
Guardians Holiday Special.
Oh god.
They're just milking it now. Like,
yeah, they are.
Milking it. Miss Marvel.
But you know what? We're milking this episode out, so.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway.
There's only 2 seasons of Loki, and that's it. That's all they got here.
Oh, 2 seasons.
Oh, season 2 to be announced. It says. So there might be.
Okay.
Blade to be announced. Guardians 3, 2023. Oh yeah, so 2023. And then it stops there. So got at least 2 years out of them. Shouldn't be any longer than that. They can't drag it out shortly.
Who knows?
Well, they shouldn't, because people just lose interest. Like, I'm already sick of it.
Who knows what they're gonna do? Fucking.
They've dragged it out 10 years with fucking Marvel already, and they just keep going. Over 10 years now. 13 years.
Something like
Iron
that.
Man.
Something like
But
that. But let's not be like them.
We already did it. What?
Nearly 2 hours.
I said one, but we know how that goes.
Yeah, we already know how that goes. I knew it was going to be a fairly decent length episode. It always happens. But anyway, I think we might start wrapping up anyway for this week.
Yes.
Leave for Jim to do the lovely outro as always.
Yeah, it's because everyone loves it.
Muchly appreciate this.
Appreciate everyone for listening. What episode is it?
26?
I didn't have notes, so I didn't have it written down.
I didn't have notes for last week. I didn't have that written down.
We thank you, the Beardies and Beardettes, for listening for this wonderful episode 26 of the Beardy Bros podcast. We've been Dale and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Meh. What? Meh. I don't know.
Like a fucking blue sheep.
Wiggity wiggity.